Continue now with our great American panel. I love the fact I've been calling Rahm Emanuel Ram Rambo dead fish. So dead fish leaves today, and what did he get? A dead fish. Now, when I first started nicknaming him that, I was excoriated.
Right.
But apparently, it's all right for the White House. Just like you can't say Barack Hussein Obama until your inauguration.
Well, Democrats are always allowed to do things we aren't allowed to do. We know that, right? There's nothing unique there.
Did you ever see anything wrong with saying Barack Hussein Obama?
No, that was his full name, absolutely.
Okay, then how come everybody that said it during the election was excoriated?
Look, his name is Barack. He ran for Barack Hussein Obama. He didn't run away from it. He said it was his name. So
Bill Cunningham in Cincinnati said it at a rally and was, remember that, David?
Oh, yeah.
Sarah Palin said it a week or so ago on Fox.
Yeah, but before the election, it was different.
News.
Once he said Barack Hussein Obama, then it was
Look,
okay.
There was a lot of people that were linking him up to being a Muslim, and so there was something that they were linking him because of his middle name, saying that he was a Muslim, but in fact he is a Christian. And so I think some of it was damage control within the campaign.
A Christian in the Jeremiah Wright School of Black Liberation Theology.
I'm not so sure.
No.
All right, what do you think, David, of Carl Paladino? I love I love his confrontational style. He is refreshingly honest. He's got a great plan economically for New York that would save New York, or New York's going to be bankrupt. And the newspapers are calling him Crazy Carl. Meanwhile, they're camped out in front of his house. He's got a 10-year-old daughter. I don't blame him for being ticked off about this.
We're seeing the rise of the citizen legislator. They're not going to be as smooth in all cases as the polished politicians.
Yeah.
And I think it's outrageous what the press did, taking those pictures inside about a daughter. And then what's more outrageous is for them to get on their high horse and say, you invited public scrutiny, and talking about your daughter as if that means they can go and get inside her private life.
Yeah.
That's outrageous. Liberals would never make that case if the shoe were on the other foot. Conservatives would never make that case.
There's a double standard between our current political class and these new citizen legislators that are coming up. Look, we know what John McCain has said and done. We know on the floor of the Senate in some cases, not to pick on him. We know about temper tantrums from Bill Clinton to whomever, and a lot of stuff gets said and done behind the scenes. They really want to use it against these new people coming up who are more or less citizen legislators, and I think they're doing it just to keep them down, that they wouldn't judge
but in
themselves.
This case, I think this guy has a real case for having having the next course in anger management. I mean, this guy has a real temper, and you're seeing that time and time again. I mean, he said he was going to take a baseball bat to the legislators and all that.
Does Bill Clinton have a temper?
Absolutely, but
everybody would be outraged if he did that
about literally hitting people. Come on,
no, I mean that is his style, and I think that
he's not talking about that. He's not talking about hitting people.
But he's saying it repeated over and over again, and he's
saying he wants the system that is broke and robbing from our kids and grandkids.
I will let the people of New York decide, but I think that at the end of the day, they're going to want somebody with a little bit able to control their temper in situations to be able to lead.
If someone spied on your 10-year-old daughter, wouldn't you have something to say to them?
That's a good question.
Absolutely, I would be outraged, but I would temper it. I wouldn't sit there and say, "I'm going to take you out. I'm going to take you out. I'm going to take you out. I'm going to put you over with a baseball bat. I'm going to put you in a package."
Remember when Mike Dukakis was asked the question about if your wife was raped?
Right.
Yes.
Well, I think it was.
He had no outrage at all. He had absolutely no outrage.
So if your 10-year-old daughter is being photographed, I would be. You know what? I would use a few words I probably can't use on the air here.
Didn't it happen twice? Didn't it happen twice? And then they're arguing with him about their right to do it. Of course he's going to get outraged. He didn't just spontaneously get outraged.
That wasn't the only incident. I mean, this is this repeated pattern.
But see, here's the example. This isn't about his character, the issue. We're always getting distracted from the main issues in the campaigns. That's the same thing that's happening with Whitman.
Democrats can't run on issues.
They cannot run on issues. And there are serious issues in California, by the way.
Oh, completely.
Let me ask one question.